Well, I think you're hitting on some sort of mindset things. When I think about people who free soloing is appealing to, the people who freely choose it. And I kind of put myself on this other side because even though, depending on some definitions, you could say that I have free soloed, even though I have, in my mind, I have not, other than that accidental stuff. I'm the type of person who say I would not free solo. And I think that there's a difference in the mindset like you're talking about, Dave, where you feel the sense of freedom. But I think there's also what happens when you kind of come down, which is the desire to do it again. Whereas maybe people who have a less inclination to do it have a desire to avoid the circumstances. I was on a climb that I ended up accidentally free soloing. It was 80 feet before I was able to place my next piece of pro, or my first piece of pro, actually. It was my first piece of pro. And it was a total unplanned, unexpected thing. And when I got done with that climb, I felt like I skirted something. I was like, I'm lucky that I freaking didn't fall. And I don't want to do that again. I guess what I'm trying to get at is there's sort of like a free soloer's mindset. And the way you talk about it, Dave, has a little bit of romanticism to it, if that's the right word to put it, or an appreciation and an enjoyment of it. And then there's those like myself who are like, hell no.
I'll just come in here, and if Jeff could follow, I'd really be interested in his thoughts. Like, I think when you come down, you're a real buzzing. You're buzzing, and then you're feeling grateful that you're safe and you're okay. But there's this rush, it's like an addiction. It's like you've got your fix. So you've had your drug, which is the adrenaline and the endorphins and everything that's just been running physiologically through your brain and body. And then because it's all up there and it's still there, even once you're off, your mind is just so clear. It's just like you're taking acid. It's that high. It is a dangerous thing, and of course you want to go back for more, because those feelings, you don't get that walking down the street. You don't get that watching a movie. It's something that's just something all other level. It just focuses you, which cleans your mind of all the rubbish, and you feel free. You actually feel lighter when you're walking down.
You don't really get that when you're climbing in any other way other than free.
You do, and that's one of the big reasons we climb. But I think when you take the rope away, when you take the partner away, when you put it all on you, well, in a way, those rewards, that fix is so much larger. And as like an addiction, it's a danger. When you're doing it, when you're seasoned and you've done it again and you know your body and you know how you move and how you can think things through and stay calm, that control is also addictive. And that's one of the reasons that I used to do it and keep going back as a young man, because it cleaned me out. It made me fresh, and it straightened me up in a way. But like any addiction, you've got to make sure that you can contain it and you can always stay in control. And not all soloists are able to do that.
You're right. You're right. I remember some of my favorite free solo climbs, and afterwards, I just felt like I was on another plane. And when I came down, when I walked into camp, I was just like, I was above everything. Not in a egotistical way, like I'm better than all of you, but just in a like I am floating on some cloud that you guys aren't, and everything is wonderful. Everything is beautiful. And it is a dangerous thing, because it is like, it is like a drug. It does release hormones or chemicals into your brain that make you feel like you're on acid. You're having a great trip, and you want to go back and do that again. Sharon Wood, someone I interviewed for the the book, she said the feeling was like cocaine. It was addictive. It was a great feeling, but it was addictive. It made you want to come back for more. So I agree with Dave that it's a wonderful feeling, and it's very dangerous. And I do want to say, I tried very hard in the book not to advocate for free soloing. I don't want my book to say, hey, free soloing is a great thing, everybody go do it. I don't say that at all. Even when I talk about myself free soloing, I don't identify the routes. I just don't want somebody to say, that sounded cool, I want to go do that route too, because he made it sound so neat. So
go back and forth really well.
Yeah, so I tried to balance it, you know, my experiences, the good and the bad, other people's experiences, the good and the bad. Some people, you know, had wonderful outcomes and are the old bold free soloist lives.
Yeah.
And you know, on the other side of that, the young bold free soloist is no longer among us. I tried to, you know, find a balance there without sort of overly glorifying or encouraging anyone to do it, but just to try to help people understand it better from maybe whatever perspective they're coming from.